Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers on Tuesday, October 17, Belle Brady will run into Talia Hunter and be enraged over her drunken bedroom incident with Sean Brady. Belle will tell Talia to just keep away from her, even though Talia will try to apologize to her again. Talia will make a significant life choice and decide that it's time to move on because she definitely doesn't feel particularly desired in Salem. Days spoilers indicate that Talia will make the decision to go back to California, at which point she will tell Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, about the situation and offer her grieving sister a tearful farewell. He will locate Rafe Hernandez at the Salem PD and offer his assistance along with Harris Michaels. Harris, who could use a job, will want to join the force as a police officer, consultant, or in any other position that will benefit the team. Rafe obviously needs further assistance, especially now that Sean has left town for treatment. It sounds like they'll shake on the agreement and hope it works out for both of them because it won't be long until Rafe hires Harris. According to other Days spoilers, Clyde Weston, James Reed, will make additional threats to Ava Vitali while she is in Statesville. Clyde will explain that since he wasn't successful in keeping E.J. DeMira under control as he had hoped, he anticipates Ava taking over his narcotics operation. Ava will resist the thought of going back to a life of crime, but she will have to give in if she doesn't want Trip Johnson to be put in even greater danger. Chad DeMira will talk to E.J. about the death of Abigail DeMira and how he is handling it as Clyde forces Ava into a dangerous situation. Fans of DOL are aware that Chad, Abigail Klein, has found happiness with Stephanie Johnson, but he still misses Abigail and wishes things had worked out differently. That makes perfect sense, but it's clear that Stephanie is beginning to worry that she won't ever truly win Chad over. The majority of Tuesday's Days episode will feature Chad remembering Abigail, despite his sorrow over pushing Stephanie away. Chad will also receive some encouragement from E.J. as he travels down memory lane. Stay tuned to see what happens next for Chad and Stephanie, as Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that their future will get complicated. Theresa Donovan will be happy to assist Alex Kyriakis in his efforts to put Stephanie Johnson behind him, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers. Fans of DOL are aware that Theresa has been rather relentless in her efforts to win over Alex and recently managed to get a date night with him at the bistro. Alex seemed to enjoy himself, so he would soon realize the possibility for this lighthearted affair to develop into something genuine and significant. Given that she must remain in Salem and assist Brady Black in dealing with Tate Black, Theresa could use a job. Theresa may receive an offer from Alex during the week of October 16 to 20 for this reason. According to Days spoilers, Alex will make some form of proposal. Thus, he might give Theresa the COO post at Titan, or at the very least another key position there. Theresa might be persuaded to join his team now that Alex is in charge and has the power to hire anybody he chooses. Theresa would naturally adore the notion of having Alex as her Titan power partner. So if a job offer is truly on the table, she might say yes right away. Theresa may also use a place to reside, so that's another offer Alex might make, according to Days teasers. Theresa would undoubtedly prefer to live in the Kyriakis home, despite Alex's attempts to convince her to move in with him at his apartment. Theresa might encourage Alex to relocate back to the mansion and bring her along as he is undecided about doing so. Days spoilers indicate that Theresa will yet find a way to seize on Alex and draw him in. Theresa is undoubtedly going to advance, but someday all could fall apart. Theresa would eventually pay the price for keeping that secret, as it appears she twisted the letter to make Alex the heir to half of Victor's riches. Stay tuned for more information on the horrible news that's developing. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Theresa will dig a deeper hole for herself in the interim. According to Days of Our Lives rumors, Theresa Donovan and Alex Kyriakis get back together on Tuesday, October 10. Paulina Price is accompanied by Johnny DeMera and Chanel Dupree. Chad DeMera is not the only person in Stephanie Johnson's sights. Theresa has reportedly returned to Salem and Alex's arms, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers. Theresa first came to town to meet Brady Black, but Brady has repeatedly turned her down. Can Theresa convince Alex to do this once more after Brady humiliated Theresa in Greece and Alex cleaned up the pieces? Will Theresa and Alex emerge as Salem's newest hot couple? Theresa is allegedly after Alex for his money, as fans already assume. With Victoris Kyriakis' briefcase, Theresa was by herself. Yes, Theresa had enough time to tamper with the items. When the bag was discussed, Theresa's behavior made it clear what she had done. Will Theresa be caught before she goes too far? Paulina is struggling with her personal and professional life. It appears that Abe is still struggling to recall his time spent with Paulina. Abe has often attempted to rebuild his relationship with Paulina, but always fails. Paulina's love life is simply not working out at all. Can Abe and Paulina ever reclaim their lives? Since Paulina recently fired the prosecutor, things at work are also not going so well. Melinda Trask promised a significant victory to guarantee her seat, but hasn't been able to deliver on that. Paulina is not doing herself any favors in Trask, and she already have a terrible relationship. Can Johnny and Chanel cheer Paulina up? It appears like Stephanie may have told her mother she intended to marry Chad, but now that Alex is back in town, her eyes seem to have other ideas. Stephanie appears to have a strong bond with Alex while visiting him at Titan and wants to be there for him. Stephanie's argument was validated when she later met Chad. Will Stephanie and Chad finally part up because they are not as compatible as they believe to be? Now that Chad has said he isn't ready to move on, do Stephanie and Chad need to just call it quits? Was the relationship between Chad and Stephanie just a rebound for both of them? Before continuing with Chad, should Stephanie examine her lingering feelings for Alex? According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Maggie Kyriakis started a new career a few months ago after her husband Victor Kyriakis requested her to become the CEO of Titan Industries. Up until that moment, Maggie had primarily worked in the service sector. For a significant portion of her life, Maggie managed Tuscany, one of Salem's most upscale eateries. Maggie was a fantastic fit because she is naturally highly gregarious. She represented the restaurant to the public and appeared content. Maggie Horton, who lost her husband Mickey Horton several years prior, shocked even herself when she fell in love with Victor, who was not at all like Mickey. Maggie and Victor were content together, so she left the restaurant and spent her time focusing on savoring her new existence. However, Victor turned to Maggie when he needed someone he could rely on to lead Titan. He had hoped one of his heirs would have accepted the role, but they all let him down in some way. Maggie consented to the job a few months ago. Alex thought Victor was going to grant him the CEO job right before Maggie took over. He made it plain that he thought Victor was doing something bad, primarily due of Maggie's inexperience. Additionally, he didn't think Maggie had what it took to dominate the business world. Alex grudgingly accepted to serve as Maggie's second in command, but their disagreements soon led to Alex's termination by Maggie. Tragic events occurred shortly after that. Nobody anticipated that Victor had a secret son, whom he had up until that moment refused to acknowledge. Victor decided that this unexpected son would receive half of Victor's holdings, including ownership of Titan. Alex was Victor's hidden child after all. He let Maggie go and took over the post because he was aware that they didn't get along. Maggie will eventually want to launch a new business and consider going back into the restaurant industry. Since Chanel Dupre's business partner, Allie Horton, departed the partnership and both the company and Salem, Maggie has definitely seen that Chanel Dupris has struggled to maintain her bakery, Sweet Bits. Maggie might request a conversation with Chanel and congratulate her on effectively managing a relatively young business on her own. In order to add a new bakery into the restaurant Maggie intends to open in Salem, Maggie will inquire with Chanel about her interest in closing the current bakery. If Chanel and Maggie decide to create a new restaurant, it will probably be quite successful since they can bring out the best in each other. Maggie, are you ready to retire? Or is she going to involve Chanel in a fresh endeavor? Is the restaurant industry a better fit for Maggie? Keep watching Days of Our Lives, which airs every weekday on Peacock, because anything can happen in Salem. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.